What?
Yeah,
I mean, I have to Google it for what is my IP.com, sir. We
right.
can get that public IP 103 like 192.
Okay. Yeah. I think yes, every day we'll have an assessment for the first 10 minutes. Okay, so today I started late. That's why we are starting immediately. We are going to the sessions. So every day we'll have the first 10 minutes will be dedicated for assessment on the previous day concepts. So please be prepared for that. All right. So, and last 10 minutes will be dedicated for doubt clarification. And I will be, I already started giving some assignments in Google Classroom, right? So make sure that particularly those who confirm their joining, please make sure that you are added to the Google Classroom. You should get a mail from Google Classroom. Yes. I'll send the invite today. This Google Classroom invite I will be sending today those who paid the fees and confirm their joining. Okay. And here I will be giving assignments. Yes. Only Harivardhan, I have sent an invite yesterday to few people. Only Harivardhan accepted the invite. Others did not accept. And the invitation expires if you don't accept it within a day. The invitation expires. These guys, can you please accept the invite? Rakesh, Imran, and Kanchana, Mohan, Lavanya, and Srinivas.
I have not received that.
Oh, go to spam mail. Check spam mail. If you are not seeing in inbox, go to spam mail or any other Gmail folder or promotions or social.
Yeah, sure. Check.
Okay, I can see that Kanchana accepted the invite now. Others, please do it, guys. Mohan.
Yeah, నాకు మెయిల్ రాలేదండి.
Okay, I'll send it.
Yeah, okay.
All right then. So the next computer basic that you should know is ping command. Now, what is this ping command? Right? And how to use it and when to use it, right? So ping command in Windows. So whenever you have, I will share the PPT today to those who confirm their joining, right? I'll share this PPT. So whenever you come across some new thing, right, just Google search for like this, right? So what does this ping command does? How to ping a network for testing connectivity, right? Or suppose if there is another computer in your network connected to your router, or in your network you have, or in your office, let's say, for example, you have a number of other computers, right? Suppose if you want to see whether these two computers are able to communicate with each other, we use this ping command. Okay. And how to use ping command, guys? Open a command prompt and type ping followed by the IP address of the other computer. You should give the command ping followed by the IP address of another computer which is connected to your network. Okay. So I have one more laptop in my office laptop connected to my home network. Just give me a moment. I will check the IP address of that machine.
Okay.
So yeah, first can you show me the IP address of this machine? No. You are sharing your screen, right? First show the IP address of this machine. Right. So IP address of this one is 192.168.29.148, right?
Yeah.
So what is the IP address of the other machine?
192.168.29.87.
Dot. What is the last number?
87.
87. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, use upward arrow on your keyboard. Upward arrow on your keyboard. Yes. That is the IP address of other laptop connected to your at your home, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, enter the command now. Yes. So you should get a reply like this, guys. You see here, right? So I'm just highlighting. You see over here, right? Once we use a ping command, right, you should get a response like this, right? So reply from reply from, it is showing the IP address over here. It will basically send 4 packets, 4 network packets, right? And bytes means the size of the request or size of the response, whatever it is. And this is the time for getting response from that computer, from the other computer base, right? And TTL means time to last byte. TTL means time to last byte. This is 128 milliseconds. Okay.
Yeah. If you use third one also, the IP address will change.
What is that?
If you use another computer like a third one, the IP address will change.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, these are private IPs. See, whatever you see here, right? 192.168.29.87, these are private IPs.
Public IP.
Within the network, these are the IP addresses within the network.
Okay.
Okay, if you have every computer connected to same network, let's say you have 4 or 5 computers connected to your Wi-Fi router. Each device are, not only computer based. Even if there are 2 or 3 phones, mobile phones connected to the same network also, you will have different IP addresses, each one of them.
Okay.
You can ping your mobile also from here. Okay, if you know the IP address. And how to check the IP address of mobile phone is, just Google
What is
search.
my IP?
You can go to settings, Wi-Fi. See how to check the IP address of your mobile device. Go to Wi-Fi, right?
Same.
Yeah, I got my IP address. You got click on the Wi-Fi that you are connected. Once you go to settings, right? Tab Wi-Fi and click on the Wi-Fi to which you are connected. There you will see the IP address of your mobile device. Okay. So I'm stopping your screen share. Thanks, Vinod. And anyways, so first let me explain this, guys. So ping statistics for
Got it.
yes. So ping statistics for 192.168.29.87, right? Packet sent is equal to 4, received is equal to 4. Means this laptop or this machine has sent 4 packets to the other computer and received all the 4 packets. Okay, that means this confirms that these 2 machines are able to communicate with each other. Clear, guys? This information, this ping command confirms, or this ping command is used to check if we can communicate with the other computer on the same network or not. Is it clear, guys, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And please remember, you should read this one as, you should read the IP address as 192.168.29.148 or read it as dot. 192.168.29.148. Don't read it as point. Don't read it as point. Okay. Clear, guys?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I'm stopping your screen share. Now I'm sharing my screen. I check the IP address of my mobile. I'm trying to ping that from my laptop. Okay. Ping. The IP address of my mobile is 1 second. Got closed. 192.168.168.0.186. This is the IP address of my mobile. Right. Now I am getting some response from the mobile, right? So that is previous one did not work because that is my office laptop. Maybe they have restricted that, to not connect to other computers, other computers, personal computers. Okay. But if I use the ping command from my office laptop to another colleague's laptop, they should be able to communicate. Understood, guys? If they are connected to the same network. How many of you are able to follow, guys? Guys, are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I took a screenshot of my mobile. Let me show that once. Screenshot of my mobile IP address. Okay. Let me quickly show that. I'm sharing it in your WhatsApp group. Yeah. So see, this is the IP address of my mobile base. 192.168.186. 0 is pronounced as O in IT. Okay. 192.168.186. And that is what I pinged here. 192.168.186. And I got a response like this. Packet sent is equal to 4. Received is equal to 4. That means my personal computer and my mobile device are able to communicate with each other. Okay. And if you observe one more thing, see the router IP address, Wi-Fi router IP address 192.168.0.1, isn't it? In the screenshot, router IP address is 192.168.0.1, right? And you will see the same thing in, if you type IP config over here, right? See, observe here, 192.168.0.1. That is default gateway. Now, what does this mean? What is this default gateway? Guys, are you with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is default gateway now? This is my router IP address. Wi-Fi, this is my Wi-Fi router IP address. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
I'm connected to this router currently. So this Wi-Fi currently. Okay, TP-Link Archer C60. That is the one that I am connected to. Right? And let me show you on the mobile also. So just to understand, make you understand what is the default gateway. See, this is the Wi-Fi router that I am connected on my mobile also. TP-Link Archer C60. Clear, guys? And see, you can see the Wi-Fi. You are seeing my Wi-Fi on laptop, right? At the bottom right corner. Yes, yes or no? Are you seeing the Wi-Fi name of my
Yes, sir.
pin channel?
Yes, sir. Yes,
On
sir.
the bottom right, TP-Link Archer C60. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what does this mean? Default gateway means nothing but your router. This is nothing but your router Wi-Fi router IP. Clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go to the next one. So next thing is command prompt. Are we clear on this? What is ping command? What is now? Can you summarize what is ping command? What is ping command used for? Someone can summarize that.
Basically, ping command is used for communicating with other PCs, which is located in the same network.
Only PCs?
Not only PCs, but other devices.
We can
Other
connect with
devices.
our mobiles. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So next one is a command prompt, right? Command prompt and elevated command prompt. So everyone knows this normal command prompt, right? So what we have, see, this is normal. This is a normal command prompt, right? This is a normal command prompt, and how can you launch that? You can go to Windows search box and type CMD, or else if you type command also, you will get that. If you type here in Windows search box, if you type command also, you will get this normal command prompt, isn't it? This is a normal command prompt with title as command prompt. And here it will show the user. What is the user? What is the account in which you are logged into your computer, right? Now, what is elevated command prompt? And why should we know what is elevated command prompt is? We cannot execute some commands in the normal command prompt. Some commands cannot be executed in normal command prompt. It requires admin privileges. To execute some commands, right? We need admin privileges on our computer. We need to execute with admin privileges. Now, how to launch that and that is called as elevated command prompt, right? I gave it in the bracket here. Command prompt with admin privileges is called as elevated command prompt. And how to open that, how to launch that command prompt in with elevated privileges or admin privileges is, see, once you type CMD here, you are having something called run as administrator here, isn't it? So select that run as administrator. Now this is elevated command prompt. You see here, right? Administrator command prompt and this. The window title is now administrator command prompt, isn't it? So from this command prompt, we can execute any valid commands. From this administrator command prompt, we can execute any valid commands. Clear, guys? Because this command prompt will have admin privileges. Guys, understood or no? And this is called as elevated command prompt. Guys, is it clear? Right? And next one is firewall. Guys, please respond on the, I cannot refer to the Zoom chat. Please respond, please speak out. Okay,
Sir,
please
can you
go.
repeat?
Okay. Next one is firewall. So what is firewall? What is Windows firewall? Right? So firewall is a mechanism that protects your computer from hacking attempts, any hacking attempts or something. And how to check that firewall is in the Windows search box. Everyone please type firewall.cpl. Please type in the Windows search box. This is Windows search box, which is on the bottom left of your machine. Type there firewall.cpl. Please do this, guys, along with me. CPL stands for control panel. CPL stands for control panel. So type that firewall.cpl and click enter. You'll get a Windows Firewall Defender Firewall window. Is everyone on this page? Guys, I will ask you to share your screen and show that. Okay. So please, do along with me. Is everyone on this page, guys?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes,
what
sir,
is this
audible.
Windows? Yeah, what is this Windows Defender Firewall? Understand that. So Windows Defender Firewall can help prevent hackers, or malicious software. What is the meaning of malicious?
Virus.
Unwanted softwares. That
Yeah.
means it
So
comes to
malicious
the
is dangerous software, right? Malicious, the general meaning of malicious is dangerous, right? So what does this firewall does? It will prevent hackers or dangerous software from gaining access to your PC through the internet or a network. Is it clear now? What does this firewall does? It will block all the connections that are, see, it will block these hackers or malicious software from gaining access to your PC through the internet or a network. It protects your computer basically from hacking attempts. Which one? This Windows Defender Firewall. Clear, guys? And you can turn on or off over here. If you want to turn it off, you have to select this radio button. If you want to turn off this firewall for some reason, okay. But otherwise, it will be by default on. Can you please check that if firewall is turned on your machine or not? Guys, shall we move to the next one? Okay. Next concept is additional clocks in Windows OS. So what is this additional clocks and when do we use this one, right? So basically, see, this is the local time that you are seeing over here. Okay. On your laptop, on the bottom right, you see the local date and time, isn't it? Everyone is seeing this date and time on the corner, right? So let me highlight that. What I am discussing. Okay. On the bottom right, you see date and time, right?
Sir.
Yes, I have highlighted in violet color. Is it visible? Is that box visible?
Yes, yes.
Right. So that shows you the current date and time, right? So make sure that it is showing set to generally it will be set to correct time. But make sure that if it is not set, make sure that it is showing correct time. Now, what is this additional clocks? Additional clocks means, suppose on my machine, I have added some additional clocks. So this will be helpful in your real time when you are working on the projects, right? This will be very much helpful. Observe here, when I put a cursor on the local time, the time, right? It is showing the Eastern time and PST time, isn't it? It is showing both local time as, okay, let me highlight that part, whatever I am discussing. Yeah, now see here. So it is showing local time as well as Eastern time and PST time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, the one this will be helpful is like mostly we will be working for US projects and mostly they will be Eastern time. Your clients will be mostly located in Eastern time. Okay. So suppose if you want to see what is their time now, right? Or you want to you want to see when your team lead or project lead or your on-site coordinator comes online, your on-site coordinator comes online, or else suppose if you want to see anything on the remote computers, okay, if you want to connect to the remote computers which are in Eastern time zone, in that time zone, right? So and if you want to monitor those any of those servers and all, right? So you should know in which time zone those are your client is and in which time zone your servers are. And you should know generally if you want to make a call to your on-site coordinator, right? So you have to see their time, right? So first of all, you cannot call at any time that you wish, isn't it? What it is. So these, we use these additional clocks in the mostly in the whenever we are working from our office laptop. Also, I added this, and I will be having a look at this whenever I want to communicate with my client or on-site coordinator. I'll check the time first. What is the current time now for them, right? So and you can add the additional clocks by clicking over here. So right click on that time, local time, right? My taskbar is having some issues. Okay, so it's a bit slow now because of that. 1 second. Go to clocks. How to add this additional time says go to clock. The date and timer. Yeah, here it is. Add clocks for different time zones. And here you can see that these will be by default unchecked. So this is how we can add the additional clocks. Select the time zone and give some appropriate name, Eastern time, PST, and so on, whatever time you want to give. Or else if you have some friends or relatives in UK or Australia or something, right? Instead of calculating every time, right? What is their time? You can add those additional clocks and you can get here. Clear, guys? Understood what is additional clocks in Windows OS, guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Next one is remote desktop connection. So let me show you what is this remote desktop connection. So remote desktop connection means suppose if you have a remote machine, right? Remote machine means you have some other machine in your network that you want to connect with, right? We use this option called remote desktop connection. And how to, just now I told you, right? So I have one office laptop, connected to my network. Suppose if I want to connect, right? I can use this remote, but they might have blocked it. They, as it is office laptop, right? They will have some restrictions on that. So Vinod, can you please share your screen again? And I want to show how to connect. You have two computers. The other one is still turned on, right, Vinod?
Yeah.
Can you please share your screen? I just want to show you how to connect to that from your laptop to the other laptop.
Yeah. Okay. Can I share?
Yeah, I start my screen share. You can share your screen now. Thanks. Okay. So what is the other laptop IP? Yeah, type remote desktop connection.
Okay.
Yeah, type the IP address of the other machine. 192.168.29.87. That is the other laptop IP address, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So is it your office laptop or
No,
personal
it
only?
is personal and that one CPU.
Oh,
Connect it. Now check it.
yeah. Click on connect. Yeah. So you can connect to the remote machine using this utility called remote desktop connection, guys. Okay. See, now right now it is initiating a remote connection. Of course, there should be some settings to allow that connection. If
Yeah.
the settings are not turned on, yeah. So this is because because of some settings, this is a settings issue. The reason for this is remote access to the server is not enabled. You should enable the remote access to the server. Okay, then only it will connect. Otherwise, like ping command also will not work. If that computer is not working, your ping command also will not work. Understood, guys?
Yeah.
See, observe here. There could be multiple reasons for this. There are 3 reasons that are listed here. Okay. What is the first one? First reason is remote access to the server is not enabled. I believe this is the reason. Okay. Why? Because if the remote computer is turned off, you can have ping command also will not work. Got it? Can you try the ping command now, Vinod, once on the command prompt? Just type up arrow. No. Wait. Don't type it. You need not type it again. Yes. Enter. So you are getting some response. That means that computer is running up and running. Right, Vinod?
Yeah.
You have that other laptop up and running, but you are unable to connect because the like remote access is not enabled on that machine. Okay. So we will do a Google search and enable the remote access later on. So we'll see that tomorrow again.
Okay.
No, you can see that tomorrow. Right? And to connect to a remote machine, you need the IP address of that machine and credentials of that machine. You need the credentials of that machine, means username and password for that machine. If you want to connect to a remote computer, clear, guys? I'm just curious to see if I can connect. I should be able to connect to my mobile device also from my laptop. Okay, let me try that. Sorry. IP address of my mobile device is what is that? IP address 186 192.168.186. No, maybe probably I need to enable that remote access. Okay, we'll see both of this tomorrow, guys. We'll revisit this tomorrow. We know that meanwhile, Google search for how to enable remote access and enable the remote access on the other device.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
After you can do that after the session. Yeah. Right. And next, Windows shortcuts, right? So everyone should be familiar with some Windows shortcuts, right? So we all know Control X, Control C, Control V and all, right? So I have listed out some important Windows shortcuts in the next slide, and which you need to start using immediately. If you are not using, so please accustom yourself, please habituate to use these Windows shortcuts. The first one is Alt Tab. What is the purpose of this Alt Tab, guys? If you want to switch between open windows or programs, right? We use Alt Tab on Windows on a Windows laptop, right? But see, I'm using Alt Tab now, right? And it is showing all the other running programs. Yes or no? Yes, it is showing all the open programs or the running programs.
Yeah.
If I want to switch to PPT again, right? So select, see, if I want to switch to PPT, for example, again, right? So you do Alt Tab and I am clicking Tab or Alt. I am clicking Tab basically. Now this is selected. This one is selected. Now release that Alt Tab. right? So to switch between the open windows or programs, we use this Alt tab. Okay, clear guys? So please, start using these shortcuts. If you are not using, please start using these shortcuts, window shortcuts. The next shortcut is desktop. If you want to see your desktop, okay, there are a lot of, there are 5 to 6 programs opened on my machine. Suppose I want to see the desktop, right? So one way is I have to minimize like this, minimize all these open programs, and I can see my desktop. The shortcut for on Windows operating system is simply type Windows D for desktop. Can you please try it once? Everyone, please try it once, guys. Right? So no matter how many windows are open, for 10, 20 programs, any programs open, suppose if you want to go to desktop, simply type Windows D and you will go to the desktop. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Right? And if you want to open the Windows Explorer, right, type Windows E. You will get this File Explorer window. You'll get this File Explorer, something called File Explorer, or this is also called as Windows Explorer. And the shortcut for that is Windows E. Next to the space bar, you have that that Windows button, right, on your keyboard. So type that Windows button and E together. Clear, guys? That launches File Explorer or Windows Explorer. That is also called as Windows Explorer. And the next shortcut is F11. F11 is to maximize the windows. I'm using F11 on my keyboard to show you what is that shortcut. Okay, what is the shortcut F11, right? So observe this, my screen now. It is showing all these tabs of Chrome, right? Now I am using F11 on my keyboard. Now it has maximized that window, right? That slides. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Right? If I want to go back to the previous view, so again click F11. Now I got the previous view. Now if you want to maximize this window, I want to see only this slider. I'm using F11 again. Clear, guys? Right? So F11 is to maximize the windows. And you all know this, Control C, Control X, and Control V. All of you know this, right? And the next one is quick access. What is this quick access? Suppose if you are, you want to, you go to a particular folder very frequently on your machine, right? Let's say, for example, I have all my softwares in this drive. Let's say E drive software, right? I have all my software, in this folder, in this drive on E drive software folder, and I want to visit this folder very frequently, right? So instead of every time going to E drive software, or else, let's say, for example, load runner, I frequently visit this folder. Instead of going to E drive software load runner every time, if we add this folder to quick access, right? Let me show you how to use this quick access. Go to home and use this option pin to quick access. If you use that option, right, you see a pin symbol next to, now that load runner folder will be added somewhere here. You see here, right? I have pinned that load runner to quick access. Next time when I want to go to that folder, right, I'll simply use Windows E, open File Explorer, and click on that load runner, right? No need of going to E drive software load runner folder. Directly you can go to use this quick access. Is it useful, guys? Is this option useful?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right, so please start using these shortcuts. Okay, so and those who are having genuine experience will definitely know this. Okay, so if you don't use shortcuts, instead of that, if you are using mouse for everything, right, where those who are particularly those who are keeping experience, right, so your colleagues will easily find out if you are using mouse frequently. They'll start suspecting you whether your experience is genuine or not, right? And one fine day they will understand. They will conclude that you kept experience, you are trained and you get experience. They'll start you blackmailing. Remember that. Okay. Are cafeteria pada or else movie tickets book cheyalda anta. Lehavate bar kelda anta. Okay.
Yes.
So if you don't want them to suspect anyone to suspect you, or if you don't want to face that, blackmailing. So please start using these Windows shortcuts. Got it?
Yeah.
And these are Zoom meeting shortcuts. We'll discuss that later. But start using these Windows shortcuts. Okay. And also, if someone is poor in typing, there are a lot of typing tutorials. So if you are poor in typing, right, typing skills, start, use any of these typing tutorials and practice typing also. Okay. So you should not search for keys on the keyboard. Got it? Or be ready for giving the parties to your colleagues. If you are searching for keyboard, you have to search for restaurants, whatever they ask. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Particularly those who are keeping experience, guys, please, please start using these shortcuts, and you should be good in typing as well. Okay. You should not search for keys on the keyboard at least. Next one. So host file in Windows OS, I'll explain this later. Port number also I'll explain once we start the demo application, right? Once we start scripting on demo application, I'll explain this port numbers. And the PowerShell also, I'll cover that later. So next things that you should know, everyone should know, is Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Word. Okay. Every software engineer should know this, guys, for that matter, not only performance test engineer, whether you are working as a manual test engineer or automation or a developer, right? Any software engineer should know these Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel, because these are most predominantly used in IT. Okay. And how to learn this Microsoft Word and Excel is, so you need not be an expert, by the way. You need not be an expert, but you should know some basics at least. So once you open a Microsoft Word, right, go to help, right, and click on show training, and there will be some video tutorials on the basics. So please go through these basics. This would be your assignment for today. Okay. So click on these, each of these videos, click on quick start and how to create a document in Word. And please go through these videos. These are Word training videos, MS Word, Microsoft Word training videos. So please go through them. Okay. And in the same way, learn Excel basics also. Launch this Excel app, Microsoft Excel app, open a blank workbook, go to help, and again, you have show training here. So go through these videos, quick start, rows, columns, and cells. You should understand what is a row, what is column, what is cell, how to apply simple formulas, right? In Excel. You should know all these basics, guys. Clear, guys? So please start going through these tutorials, these video tutorials, and learn Excel and Word basics, everyone. Right? Anyone who want to pursue a career in IT should learn these Excel basics and Microsoft Word basics. Right? So that would be, I'll give you as an assignment for in the Google Classroom today. And the next thing you should know is static IP and dynamic IP. So we already know what is IP address, right? And now what is this static IP? Static IP means, what is the meaning of static, guys? What is the general meaning of?
Which cannot be changed.
Right. So static means which does not change, right? Static meaning. What is the meaning of static? Change, right? Lacking in change, isn't it? Which does not change. Dynamic means which changes, isn't it? So the IP address that you see now on your machine, right? These are static IP addresses. Okay. The IP addresses that you see, this may change. This IP address may change after some time, right? So if it is changing, right, it is called as dynamic IP. If it doesn't change, it is static IP, as simple as that. Okay. And by default, your internet service provider will provide only dynamic IPs only. They will not provide static IPs. If you want a static IP address, you have to pay some additional amount. That is a different story, right? And the next one is FQDN. FQDN stands for fully qualified domain name. This one also, the remaining concepts also I'll explain it later, guys. Whenever we come across the context, I'll explain this. So I'll stop it here for today. So the assignment for today would be Excel basics and Word basics. Guys. I'm creating an assignment. So will you first work on Excel basics? Okay, first learn the Excel basics. Yes. Okay, tomorrow I'll give you assignment on Word basics. You can do that tomorrow. For today, start with Excel basics. Right, one more time I'm showing you. So launch Excel and open a workbook and go to show training. And here you have some Excel video trainings or Excel training videos. Please go through this. Try to complete at least 3 or 4. You need not complete all the videos today itself. Try to complete at least first 4 videos. Okay, and each video will not be more than 10 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes only it will be. Here, guys, I'll mention that like you have to complete like first 4. Okay, any queries before we close the session for today? So when do we use this remote desktop connection? What is the use of connecting to the remote machine, right? So we'll be executing. See, when we are doing any performance testing, right? We will connect to a so suppose you are working for a US client, right? So you will execute the test from a US machine. You will not execute a test from your office laptop or a local machine. You will execute the test from remote machine, which is located in somewhere in US. If you are working for a US project, or if you are working for a UK project, you will be connecting to their remote machines, connecting to their machines, client machines. There you will use this remote desktop connection. You will come across all these when you are working, right? You will come across all these ways.
Yeah, here we have discussed about how to connect with mobile device also. Do we have any useful thing with that?
Yes, we'll be see nowadays. Like mobile testing is very popular now. Mobile testing is in demand now. As part of performance testing, we do performance testing for mobile devices as well. Of course, here I gave just as an example. I just want to let know that even mobile devices will have an IP address, and we can connect to the device using that using this remote desktop connection. That feature, or I think I used ping command, right? So we can use that ping command to any device that is connected to the internet. Just to show that I gave it as an example, and also we do this mobile testing as well.
Okay.
Yes, I know.
I think Pawan, remote desktop, like remote computer should available on the network.
Yes, that should be available on the same network. Yes.
Yeah, because when we are using an office network, then only we are using the remote desktop connection. I also didn't try for a normal network.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other queries, guys?
So recordings you're gonna share like after finishing the session in the midday, correct?
Yes, I am uploading immediately, right? It will take some time for me to convert basically that once we stop the recording, right? So it will connect to, it will convert to MP4 format and then I have to upload. So it takes some
Okay.
time for that conversion and uploading. It takes at least 1 hour for that conversion and uploading.
Okay.
Sir, add me in Google Classroom, sir.
Harish, yeah, sure, I'll add you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
What,
All right then. So
what
any
is
other?
the tomorrow section class? Like what would be the topics we'll cover?
Okay, tomorrow's session I'll start with software development lifecycle.
Okay.
I'll start with software development lifecycle and then testing lifecycle.
Yeah.
Okay. This is testing lifecycle, and we'll discuss what are the different types of testing, and we'll discuss functional testing versus non-functional testing. Maybe I will be able to complete till here in the tomorrow session. Okay. But I'll start with software development lifecycle from tomorrow.
So this whole week will be like basics we are covering.
Yes,
next
not
week-
only this week. So maybe like till mid next week, like it takes like at least 10 sessions to complete these computer fundamentals.
Okay.
Okay. So maybe till mid next week or till next Friday, we will be having these performance testing fundamentals. But don't miss this. These are important, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe at this moment you will not know why I am explaining all this. But
Yes.
once you start working, you will come across all these concepts. You should know all these concepts.
Yes.
Saturday, Sunday will be off.
So
sir.
work from office already started, and you cannot, like those who are keeping experience, right? So you will not be able to work from home forever, right? So once you go to office, right? So if you are searching for these simple basic Windows commands and all, you will be easily caught. Please remember that. So you should know all this, see, not because of that, but I used to give these, I included these from 2 years back itself. I included these concepts in the training 2 years back itself. See, generally what happens is, when you join with any other trainer or training institute, they will not teach this, how to connect to a remote machine, right? These Windows shortcuts or Excel basics or Word basics, right? And you cannot say that I don't know. Suppose, let's say you joined with 3 years experience. You can't say that I did not use Excel or I did not use Word. Or you can't say that I don't know how to connect to a remote desktop or a remote machine. Right? You will be easily caught there. Got it? So I included these concepts like 2.5 years back, 2.5 years or almost 3 years back, I included these concepts. All right, then I'm closing the session, guys, for today.
Saturday, Sunday will be off, sir.
These are the concepts where they will find out fake experience, guys. Also, most of the companies, most of your teammates will identify easily if you are not good on these computer fundamentals, right? So generally, like people learn load runner, JMeter, and they simply join. But once they join, right? Suppose you have to connect to a remote machine. If they ask you to connect to that remote machine, gone. Those guys will be caught. Yeah, someone else is asking something. I'm passing the record.